you're looking for ways to increase your self-esteem and self-confidence and your overall well-being, then keep watching. Hi, welcome to my channel. If you're new, welcome. If you've seen my videos before, welcome back. I know it's been a while, but we're just going to get right into it. Today we're going to be talking about the power of self-respect and why it's so important to respect yourself, to increase your self-esteem and your overall health and well-being. There are plenty of other ways to do this. I just wanted to minimize it to about 4 things for this video, and if you guys want any other videos on this topic specifically, then write down in the comments and let me know so I can prepare for the next video. But the first thing that I want to talk about is never minimizing yourself and never minimizing your personality for someone else's benefit. Making yourself small for anyone's benefit in the end will stunt your growth and affect your self-esteem eventually, subconsciously or consciously. You are subconsciously taking on someone else's insecurities and absorbing it within yourself, and eventually it's going to show up in your waking life. It's going to show up in the way that you talk, and the way that you think, and the way that you act, and the people that you surround yourself with. An example could be, everyone has that family member or friend or co-worker or whatever that you try to tell them, some big idea that you have, something that you've wanted to do since you were younger or whatever it is, and they see it as too much or too big or impossible even. And allowing someone like that to make you think, wow, well, maybe they're right. Like, maybe I shouldn't do that. I'm thinking too far, or I'm doing too much, or I'm getting ahead of myself, and I'm not really, that smart or that talented or whatever. Like, allowing that into your subconscious and into your mind and adopting that will completely destroy your confidence and your self-esteem. Do not let anyone tell you you can't do something, no matter how crazy it may sound to even to yourself. If it's something that you want to do and that you're passionate about and that you believe you can achieve, then do not allow others' point of view to stagnate you, to block your thoughts and your ideas and your dreams, pretty much. This can also come up in relationships, your partner, like having an idea or wanting to pursue something, and they feel like, you're doing too much, or you're not good enough. And then most people won't say it in that way, but they'll try to find a way to say it without saying you're not good enough. And even in relationships, do not allow anyone to tell you what you can and cannot do. As long as you're not hurting anyone, don't allow people to tell you you can't do something. And not even just, on an ego standpoint. It's just, you cannot allow that type of energy near you or to have any influence on your mind and the way that you think, because it may seem small. It may seem like, oh, it's just words. It's not just words. Your thoughts create your life, and someone like that around you talking to you like that is dangerous. That brings me to my second point. Stand on your boundaries. Any boundaries that you create for yourself to protect yourself, stand on them. Do not allow anyone to cross your boundaries. Setting boundaries with people protect you, your values, and your overall self-expression and self-esteem. When you allow people to cross your boundaries, you are inevitably destroying your self-esteem and your self-confidence. And it may not seem like you are, but the longer you do it and the more you pay attention to the things that happen to you and the things that you accept and the outcomes of it, you'll see that, wow, I don't I haven't been standing firm on my boundaries, and this is why I'm in this position. This is why this happened. This is why that happened. This is why that happened, because my boundaries weren't strong enough, and or I wasn't strong enough in my boundaries. I didn't protect myself enough. I didn't protect my mind enough, my body enough. I just didn't protect myself. If you allow it to go on for too long, it could really affect how you love yourself, if you even love yourself, or even if you even respect yourself. Because someone can say, I love myself and I respect myself, but their actions speak louder than their words. You can tell by someone's actions and what they accept. You can tell if they respect themselves or if they actually love themselves. They're not going to allow you to take advantage of them or disrespect them. And that's going to bring me to my next point. Stand up for yourself. Friends, family, co-workers, whatever. Stand up for yourself. Do not allow anyone to disrespect you in any way. No way, shape, or form allow anyone to disrespect you. And I'm not saying if someone disrespects you, and just, just clock them. Like, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying to use violence. That is not what I'm saying. I'm not promoting violence at all. What I'm saying is there are healthy ways to confront someone when they're disrespecting you. It doesn't have to result in yelling or fighting. There are ways to point out to someone, you just disrespected me. I'm taking that as disrespect. There are plenty of ways to address someone, especially in a passive-aggressive way. If someone's being passive-aggressive and they're being disrespectful, you can just simply point out exactly what they're doing and tell them that you see what they're doing and that you're not going to tolerate it. And if they continue, you can either walk away from the conversation or tell the person, if they continue to do it, tell them, I'm not going to allow you to disrespect me. This conversation is over. This friendship is over. This relationship is over. And you walk away. Now, someone, if it's a different scenario where someone's putting their hands on you, that's a different level of disrespect. You handle that the best way you see fit. But in a less violent example, you confront the person. Tell them, I see what you're doing. This is what you're doing, and this is how it's making me feel. And if you're not going to apologize or correct it, I'm going to remove myself. That shows that you respect yourself, you respect your time, you respect your energy, and you respect your mind, and you respect your emotions. And overall, you're not going to allow anyone to take the front seat in any way on your self-respect. You're not going to allow someone to have a pass in a way, like, oh, I'm not going to just let you slide. Another thing is letting it linger. That's how most people get really, really angry when someone disrespects them, because they let it linger and they think about it over and over and over again. And then when they do confront the person, they're hostile or they're really angry and they want to fight or whatever, and they want to argue. Don't let it linger. Confront it as soon as you can, as soon as possible, so that it doesn't linger and there's no room for gaslighting or I didn't say that or whatever any people try to do to dodge accountability. The last thing I want to talk about is knowing your worth and knowing thyself. In any setting, if you ever feel like you're being taken for granted, analyze the situation with a clear mind and make sure that you're not settling for disrespect or less than you deserve. When you continually take the time out to analyze your friendships and your relationships, and whether you're dealing with someone that is not of your highest good, it is a very big way to show yourself that you value yourself and that you care about yourself and that you respect yourself and that you love yourself enough to take the time out to make sure that the people that you surround yourself with are good for you. That is a form of self-care. There's nothing wrong with cutting people off that aren't good for you, no matter how long you've known them. Just because you've known them for 10 years doesn't mean you have to deal with their disrespect. You have to deal with them belittling you and arguing with you all the time, or picking fights with you, or being passive aggressive, no matter who it is, mom, dad, sister, brother, cousin, co-worker, boyfriend, girlfriend. It doesn't matter. If someone is not good for you, they need to, either you confront them about it and tell them, look, this needs to change, and if you cannot change this, then I'm removing myself from you, from your energy, and from me. I'm removing you from my energy, because I deserve better than this, and I don't deserve to be treated this way. There's nothing wrong with doing that. I feel like a lot of people think that there is something wrong with that, because some type of people or a group of people make people feel bad for doing that, for respecting themselves, or calling them extra, or saying they're being too emotional or being too sensitive. It's not about being sensitive. It's not about being emotional. It's about respect. And if you don't respect me, why am I talking to you? There's no reason for us to be talking. Why would you want someone around you that doesn't respect you or your feelings? What is that doing for you? How is that benefiting you? Consistent self-care, mentally, emotionally, and physically, are very crucial and vital to your mental health, or in your health overall. Mental, emotional, and physical health are very important. And when you practice these things every day and make sure that you're charged in these areas every day as much as you possibly can be, that shows that you value yourself. That is a way of showing yourself that you value yourself. Even, a lot of people go through, trauma and have to deal with healing that trauma. That is a way to help heal that inner child, that inner teenager that didn't have this as a child, that didn't have an adult to tell them, you're valuable, you're loved, your feelings matter, and you deserve respect, you deserve love, you deserve empathy, you deserve kindness. All those things. You have to nurture yourself again, the way that you wished you would have been nurtured as a child or as a teenager, and to allow those energies around you that would block or hinder or or create some type of stagnation around that is not healthy, and it's not going to do anything but make it harder for you to grow. No one is supposed to stay the same. No one is supposed to never change. If you don't change, you're not going to get far in life. You have to change. You have to grow. Everyone grows. Everyone has to grow. Everyone has healing that they need to do. And it all revolves around your self-worth, your self-love, and how you see yourself. And when you see yourself in a high vibrational way, or you value yourself in a high vibrational way, then you will value others in that same way. So I'm not gonna, start rambling. But if you've gotten this far, thank you so much for watching. I really hope these helped. And I will see you in my next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this. And thank you again. I love you all. And bye.